computer because, great. Okay. Right. Counting down.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Okay.
Yes. So I see that people are on mute. I thought I'd set it in such a way that they can unmute themselves if they want to say good morning. But hey, you can say good morning in the chat if you like, please. How are you, Chantelle?
I'm great, thanks. After a great morning of technical.
Yes, as we know, there's always technical glitches, right? If you're doing it for the first time, yeah, you're lucky if everything goes according to plan and runs smoothly the first time. And if you are one of those people, then hey, and kudos to you, because yeah, my whole life has been about that, especially when a room full of people and you're waiting to train them, and then the technology fails. You can't show your screen on the screen or whatever. Great, Chantelle, thank you so much for doing this here on the Great Awakening Generator.
Mm-hmm.
I know, yeah, I underestimated the complexity of it. There we go. Here comes Mandy Jackson, and welcome Carino. And Cara Elliott is here with us too. So wonderful to see all of you. Chantelle,
I've got two screens going, so I'm looking both ways.
That's all right. We do know that you have got our attention, and we've got yours.
I'm monitoring two chat
Yes,
and I've got feedback, so it's really cool.
Okay. Anyway. Oh, ladies, isn't this a moment? Isn't this a moment, everyone? We've done work together, and here we are. We're doing this. Where's our Cara? Cara, can you unmute yourself? Let me see if I can. I will unmute you if I can. Sorry. I have to ask to unmute. So there we go. Let's see if you can unmute yourself.
I've unmuted myself. Thank you. Great.
What do you, Mandy? Do you want to say something quickly before we start?
Hello.
Hi, Mandy.
Look, I'm really pleased that Mandy is here, because if you don't know Mandy, I'd really like to. I'm introducing her to all of you too, because she's an amazing lady and she does Akashic empowerment readings. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rose. That's exciting.
Great. So I'm going to mute people again. Carino is on mute, and that's fine. Obviously that's a choice. So Chantelle, I'm going to make you the host very soon so that you can do the transmission.
Oh no, you can be a host.
Oh, it can be? All right.
I just want to say something on Facebook because they're not hearing half the conversation.
Okay. Go on, do it.
Guys, we've got a Zoom call going, and there's lots of people on it, and you're probably hearing half a conversation. But if you want to join the Zoom, go onto that. But otherwise, have your comments on if you want healing, and go from there. Echoes.
Sorry about that, everyone. Technology again. So we'll just keep talking once people come in, and a lot of people might be getting off Facebook to come into the Zoom meeting, right?
Yeah, I'll just check the Zoom link on to Facebook.
Okay, great. Yes. So nice to have everybody on that is listening and watching. So really good. Wow.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Yeah, well, Chantelle, I thought we could talk about current energies, because the transmission is about teaching us something, giving us a small tool that is quick and easy, but also something current that you feeling is necessary for us to work on, to give people a technique, maybe a physical one, together with a mental, not mental, but something for the mind is what I mean. So what were you thinking you'd do, Chantelle?
Okay, so this morning I was just, because we're going to go live everywhere.
Yes.
So we're going to do a mini treatment afterwards, and so I want people to be interactive, put stuff in the chat, what you want to work on, and I'll collect collect all that energy. Actually, I'm going to go off live Facebook because it's really hard.
Okay.
Be on Zoom. Hang on. It's really hard. All right, I'm back to normal. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh my God, that was really, really hard. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, anyway, I'm back on the Zoom here.
Okay.
Oh,
Wonderful. Hello, Claudia. How are you?
that's so good. Oh my God, I couldn't hear myself.
Yeah.
So today I thought we'd do a mini treatment, so we get everybody write in the chat what you want to work on, and I will collect that on the energy and work with it. But in the meantime, if you want to learn how to feel it or how to cultivate energy, the best thing is to learn Pangu, and I will be doing some of that with you guys later on in the chat. So, Rose, you want to talk about what's happening around in the energetic world?
Yes, indeed.
What's your feelings at the moment?
So this week, my feelings, and my experiences and my feelings have really been about positive words. It's so often what we do is forget that when we speak and we use a lot of the don'ts and couldn'ts and I don't know, or we bring in, we're speaking more in the negative than we are speaking in the positive. And I really found that I've had to check my language, and I started to think about the things I was saying, and I found there is more negative words coming through, and that is when I say I don't know, I can't do that, and I had to really realign my thinking before speaking and say, okay, how do I want to express this? Because for whatever reason, it seems, and I speak for myself here, maybe other people can resonate with it, it seems that we want to make, or we unconsciously make conversations more as negative statements than positive statements. You know, I was listening to somebody talking about, okay, say you wanted to move from your home that you were currently in, and you might say, I don't want to live here anymore.
Yeah.
And so, but you could say, if you really want to put that out energetically and in a positive way, you could say, I am looking forward to moving from here. I see it perhaps in a more complicated way because I put more words in it. However, you can find a simple way to say, I'd like to move from here. I'm looking forward to move. Be positive. So I think for me, that has been my takeaway from this week, through my meditations and things like that. Even when we speak to our guides, how are we putting it out there? Because I was listening to Diana Cooper do a little talk on the law of affirmation. And she said in it, that the universe doesn't hear depending on what context it is, but the universe doesn't hear don't and can't and couldn't and shouldn't. So when we are speaking, we've got to say it in a positive light, or I'm looking forward to good health. I'm embracing good health, good wealth, whatever it is you're speaking of, especially if it's about things really concerning yourself and you want to shift and move things about, that's a thing to be able to do. Yeah. So, yes.
It's just interesting this morning because I came across a feed as well this morning from Master O, who's Pangu. He's the creator of the Pangu Qigong form. And he was asked a question of what do we do to help humanity, or to lift our chi and stuff like that. And he said the best thing is to live by the rules of the passcode that is part of the Qigong. And that's I can't remember it. Despite speak with reason, but no, take kindness and friendliness to heart. If we live by those rules, it resonates outwards and it creates more chi. And if you take friendliness and take kindness to heart, it just takes it into it and you think about it. So be more positive, and it has a more harmonious effect on everybody else. So you're sharing the energy, that positive energy around.
Yes.
If we sort of live by those philosophies, then it will naturally, the energy will be more positive. So that's what his philosophy is. Even if you do Pangu Qigong or not, to live by those values is going to increase your life
Yes.
for vitality and harmony and make you feel more alive, more humane. So
yes, indeed. It's always about vibration of the word, isn't it? It's like you can say things are always working out for me. This is one I remember because of listening to Abraham Hicks a lot. Things are always working out for me. You can put different you can impress on the different parts of that sentence. Things are always working out for me. And sometimes we have to do that, practice it. Bring in law of affirmation and practice these words more. And even when we're speaking, think about, write down, how would you like to say something that you put in your sentences, positive vibrations, words in your sentences that have got high vibration in it. So I guess for me, that was it. So yeah, what about you? What did you find this week?
This week has been busy, but just really sinking into my forms at the moment. It's been when I've been present. Has really been mindfully present at the moment is what I'm working on.
Yes.
So making sure when I do my Qigongs that I am being centered, bringing that in and concentrating and trying to clear the mind, because it's so stressful out there at the moment, and trying to keep that mind as still as possible, and not having it go all chaotic. And that's part of that is just really, sinking down, be in tune with the forms when I do them, seeing what the magical happens when I do them, what comes up.
Yes.
Because there's always, I've been trying to listen to my guides, and they're telling me things all the time, and I keep missing the clues. So I've been working on that really hard, is trying to be more observant and more present, and looking out for things like the angel numbers and stuff like that. What do they mean? What animals am I seeing at the moment? What do they mean? So that's what I've been working on this month. So for myself, it's my spirit animals and guides. What are they trying to tell me? So and to do that, you've got to be quite peaceful to recognize it, because we live at such a fast pace of life that we just miss these subtle cues. So that's my goal this month, is just to try and calm down and be aware of my surroundings and what are they trying to tell me.
Yes, indeed. Yes, and I see that Mandy has given us a comment, and she says, the awareness that you are falling into a hole and making the choice, yay for recognition. It's true. But it seems like it's true though, right? It's nice to be aware of it, because even for me this week, I felt like there was a light bulb that went on in my head, and I reached another level of awareness of how I needed to communicate with my guides, because we just think they just should know, but it's about, part of the work is about making the effort to do that, right? So I'm learning, and I can see you too. You are confessing to that too.
You're learning all the time, and I always get reminded that, hey, the guides, spirits, or whoever you want to call them, everyone's different. We are their voice, and we need to listen to them. They can't do anything without us. So we have to, so we're their voice. So you have to listen to what they want to try and tell us, and trying to tell the world, basically. So that's why I'm being quite present at the moment, trying to listen to them and translate what they're trying to say to me. Yeah.
I found it's easier to talk to them this week in particular. It was so much easier to talk to them. And I must have, now when I say this, it sounds like I'm blaming it on someone else. A lot of it has got to do with the kinks that I had in my vibrational space. But I also feel like perhaps we've been going through so much of all the shifting, and the astrology has been affecting us a lot, that perhaps now I can see clearly now. And every time I say
the last month has been like a brain fog of stuff going on. It's been, I'm a bit like you. I just feel like I'm just peeping out of the clouds now. I'm just like, I can see things clearly now. It's starting to settle down, because the last month has been, April going into May was, it was pretty heavy energetically wise, especially for those who can feel it. And as a whole, everybody's been feeling anxious and just unsettled. It's been a real unsettling time.
Yeah, it has been. Apparently, there's the solar flashes are affecting us, and we don't hear too much about it, but overseas they're talking a lot about this. the esoteric community is talking about a lot. I don't hear much about it, and maybe I just don't come across that. That's also affecting us in a big way. And I think the message is to people is to be easier with yourself. Be easy with yourself, because it's all happening.
Yeah, definitely. And we can tell by us in New Zealand how much solar action we're having is by our southern lights. So the more pictures that come up on Facebook of the southern lights, it means that there's solar activity hitting us on Earth. So that's a good indication. And we've had amazing southern lights happening at the moment. So in the last
yes, I heard that.
Yeah. So that's a good indication for those who aren't aware that that solar activity is actually, that radiation is actually hitting us. So
the Northern Lights, I heard one of the intuitive teachers, Tim Wilde, was talking about it, and he said the Northern Lights were seen as far down as the United Kingdom.
Wow.
And this is the effect of the solar flash. And so someone else had said to me they'd seen it down south here, the Southern Lights, and it had come further up than it had come up to where they were. And so I thought, wow, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, some of the times you can see it if you look south, and we're in Auckland, so if you go to look south, sometimes the sky at night or dusk and see like some pink hues.
Yes,
that's the solar activity, and some nights are more than others. So we're on a hill, so we can see quite a bit.
Yes,
definitely, and we're just seeing a little bit, but I imagine down the South Island it must be absolutely amazing to see.
Yes,
once in a lifetime, really. Well, I haven't.
Absolutely
experienced it.
Okay, so it looks like it's time for the transmission. I'm calling it a transmission, everybody. Because if you think there's a better word for it, please feel free to share. So, I just see a comment from Mandy. She says lots of EMF stuff too. But it's what's it? Electromagnetic frequency. That's what EMF is, right?
Electromagnetic frequency. Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of EMFs are coming from like your cell phones, your computer screens, your computers. You got your 5G towers. You got your all your communications at the moment is all EMFs. So and they affect people differently. Also, dirty electricity, which is solar panels, can create that. And just like rural communities, like I come from a rural community, and we used to always have what we call dirty electricity, the flickering of lights. So that's all EMFs in the system, or system that's getting quite old and needing more grounding. So just be aware of that, guys. It does affect you. Coming into winter, we're going to have a lot more wind and rain on the lines, so that does affect things. Some people are super sensitive to it, and some people aren't. So just be mindful of that. So what are we getting into? So
yes,
has anybody put anything in the comments that we can work on? Karen.
Yes, can you see the comments, because it's to everyone?
I'm just going to scroll through them.
Yes, so there is a request coming through there for healing in the stomach area.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're not going to mention names in terms of requests. We're just going to do the healing, and the person is going to receive that, and anybody else who needs it.
Yeah, what happens is if you put anything in the chat, what I do is I put it on my magic clipboard. Okay, so we just put it on the clipboard, and it gets all in, goes into the soup, let's say, the soup of energy that we're going to work with, and I will then train with that energy, and we will transform it. So just chuck anything in the chat, I'll put it onto my magic clipboard. There we go. Some more coming through. So the stomach, got lower back
pain. Yes.
So I'm just putting that on. And I know of us, some sports boys are getting some cramping, so I'm going to add them into the mix as well. So they're getting cramps in their legs, so I'll add them in.
Okay, and I'll say it: joint inflammation and fingers and toes. Yep.
Yeah, fingers and toes. So inflammation at the moment seems to be a key thing. Okay. And then I'm just going to tune into the energy, and anybody else watching and in the future, we're just going to tune into it. And firstly, I'm going to just send some chi out to everybody, because everybody needs it. So I'm just going to become a conduit of energy and information for everybody. And whatever comes through, comes through. enjoy. I'm just acting as a tool. So whatever comes through is what your guides or spirit or the one source is wanting for you. Okay, so I'm just going to say the passcode to open me up to allow me to be that conduit of energy. And it's from Pangu Qigong, which is the form that I use to cultivate Qi and also teach people that. So the passcode is take kindness and believe in it as basis, take frankness and friendliness to heart, speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Now, this is a passcode that we should be sort of living by, the values of it. So take kindness and believe in it as basis, take frankness and friendliness to heart, speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. And if you're new to the energetic world, you can just hold your hands upwards, and you may feel some buzz or some tingling into the hands. So I'm sending the energy into your hands and then up to your heart center. So just allow it to go through the hands and up into the body, up into the chest area. So take kindness and believe in it as basis, take frankness and friendliness to heart, speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. One more time, take kindness, believe in it as basis, take frankness and friendliness to heart, speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. I'm getting some burps happening, so this happens quite a bit. You get energies moving. It's all good. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to, hopefully today, you'll be able to hear me doing some shushing. So I'm just going to gather the energy that we had on that clipboard. Okay, all those names and what everybody else wants worked on. I'm going to gather that there, and I'm also going to tune into what everybody is feeling at the moment. So out of the 5 elements, that we'll just do the basics today. So they're the 5 elements, which is of highest priority. I'm just going to ask that question. We've got fire, earth, metal, water, or wood. So wood's come up again. So wood is our liver and our gallbladder. They're always in trouble with everybody. So I'm just going to chuck those on the board as well. And I'm just going to tune into that energy. Asking all my tools at the moment, what are we going to work on? So asking my guides for guidance, which is the best tool to use. We're going to use Pangu or Blu-ray. So yeah, they want to use Blu-ray. Blu-rays always come through. So Blu-ray is basically, I'm going to ask my blue beings to come down. You probably, if you are in tune, you may be able to see them behind me. They're quite tall and blue. And they have an amazing energy to them. They're like a galactic / angel energy, but it's a blue energy. That's really good for healing. So we're just going to focus on that clipboard of mine with all those names on it, and also into the wood element, which is our liver and gallbladder. And I'm going to do the clearing sound, which is like a shush sound. It's just going to break that energy up. So here goes. It might, the mics might cut out because it's quite high pitched. Okay, so shh. Do it again. Need more. Still need some more. So keep going. Okay, what's come to mind is a kidney. So I'm just going to chuck that in as well. Okay, kidney and the water element. So chucking that in. So Rose, how have you been feeling with that? So we're just going to move with it.
Okay. All right. Just controlling sound here. Feel a lot of energy in my fingers and my upper body, and just a little bit different. It's definitely shifting. It's shifting because the heat is. There's a lot of heat, tingling energy, but there's also a lot of heat in my hands. So I feel, yeah.
For those guys watching, and chuck stuff on the comments as well. It just helps us work through things as well.
Yes, yeah. If you feel,
Okay,
if you feel a movement.
That blue shushing sound is just breaking the energy up. Okay, so we're just breaking the zone. I love it. Zoning out. I love it when you get comments like that. So we're just breaking up the energy. Just so we can. It's like it gets dense. Energy gets quite dense. So we just want to break it up a bit. Now I'm going to charge it. Yeah. Man, they love it. That shushing impact, yeah, it's great fun. Okay, so now I'm going to charge everything with Blu-ray charge. Okay, so what we've done is we've broken up the energy, and now we just need to replace it with some positive energy. So we're just going to put the Blu-ray charge in. So again, I'm going to ask my blue beams to come through and provide their energy, and it should be real calming. I can feel the energy coming through. They're really excited. Yeah, like, yeah, pretty nice. So here we're going. And they want me to lay it with anything? Yeah, they want me to lay it with Pangu. Okay, so what I love about energetics is we can layer anything on top of anything. So remember, energy is like a wave, a frequency. So it is a frequency, but it's like a wave. And what we do is we layer different frequencies or different energies on top of each other, and we get a more amplified effect. It's like that resonant effect, or when you're banging two tuning forks into the other, amplifies the other one. So we're going to layer this Blu-ray, because you can tell I'm doing my hands as Blu-ray. I'm going to layer it with the Pangu. So we're going to have source coming through as well. So Pangu energy. So we're just going to take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy. The comments, I have 3 blue beams around me, and now I have 5. So if anybody can see them, well done. Woohoo! I love it. Take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Do one more time. Take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Oh, this is so much fun, guys, having you guys having interaction. Okay, so we have some gifted people in the audience, and they can see things. So we've got 5 blue beams standing around me. If you can see them, well done. If there's anything else you can see, let me know, because I love knowing what's around me. I can feel them, but I can't see them. Okay, I haven't got the gift of sight yet. It's coming. Yeah, so let me know. So then we've just done some Blu-ray clearing with the Pangu. So Pangu is like a source light or source energy coming through. It's got more of an Asian feel to it. Some people like see black and white around me when that comes through. So yeah, just let me know what your feedback is. How's everyone feeling? How's our back? How's our knees? How's our stomach area? That's what was the main thing. And how's our anger? We're a lot more calmer. How's our anxiety from the kidneys? And I just want to remind people, when I'm actually saying organ stuff, it's not actually the physical organ. It's the energetic signature of the organ, okay? So just so you can distinguish between biology and energetics, I always talk in terms of energetics. Okay, anything else, guys? I'm going to work on how you're feeling, Rose.
Really good. It's just prompting there's a lot of movement and heat on my hands, and And it's nice to see someone is saying that there's, it's very relaxed, because I was sort of, it's true, it's very relaxed, because I was trying to keep myself like consciously at one point, because I felt like I needed to lie down too.
Yeah. So we're trying to make this really quick and short, guys. So we're trying to keep it to half an hour. So instead of our hour and a half, we keep going on about just so we can have a weekly session. So we'll be here every week. So yeah.
So I got another comment here about the blue beings. The joy of them is so beautiful. They are so connected. Tears of connection with you and yours from mine. This is Mandy Jackson is experiencing that. Isn't it awesome?
That's amazing. Thanks, guys. For the feedback.
Yeah. And it's nice. It's really nice to see.
So yeah, we're gonna do this every week, aren't we, Rose? We're gonna try and get it onto live.
We're gonna try. Yes. Thank you, everyone. And I hope you're coming back from that, taking the time to come back from that. It was really awesome. And we're going to do this on a weekly basis. This is something Chantelle is so, generously giving to us. And I am very grateful to have it. I feel that this is having this kind of expression is better in the sense that we have interaction and we're doing something in the moment. Right away, it's happening. Yeah,
that's great, and it's also great to have everyone involved. So thanks everyone for coming on board.
Thank you, everyone.
It's been our test buddies. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. If there's anything you need work on, remember to come in and comment. It makes it all more fun when we've got more people. So
great. We've just got everybody saying thank you, Karen, for joining us. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Cara, and thank you to everyone else that I can't see and know because they're on Facebook. If that's you've got people on there as well, and thank you. Claudia is giving us a comment too. Thank you.
And also I want to thank our blue beams who are around me.
Thank you.
And thank you, Pangu, who's around us or inside us all the time.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you, everyone. We're looking forward to catching you again next time on the Great Awakening Generator. Bye from all of us.